Sixth episode.
One, two, good.
Always have energy.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to our. This is our sixth episode of Talking Big Uglies, man, and we got a great one today. We got a couple of the Poly kids on, and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves after in a minute. Just want to give a shout out to Tone Drone Productions, Miss Denise and Tone for putting this thing together, producing and directing the show. Um, Give a special shout out to co-host Coach Bernard, my brother, who we came up with this idea to kind of do this thing, man, and kind of use this platform to kind of big up these kids and some of the things that they doing well on and off the field. And so hit that like or subscribe button, man, and tune in to us every Wednesday at 9 p.m. And we'll give you something interesting to kind of hold on to. But Coach Bernard, how you doing, man? And
Good,
what's up
good,
for the
good,
day,
coach.
man? What we
We
got
got we
going
got
on
a
today,
great
Coach Bernard?
we got a great show in store for tonight, man. It's an honor to have guys on from Poly. Last week we had the guys on from City, so it's a great rivalry, man. Just to hear both sides of the thing and the things they trying to do and their goals and things like this. So it's an honor as a coach to coach them guys. So I'm happy to be not only here tonight for the show, but happy to be here with them tonight as well.
Mm, yeah, and I just want to let them introduce themselves and let's say tell them about themselves a little bit. Jacob.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Uh, my name Jacob Jacobs, class of 2027. I play offensive line, defensive line at Poly.
Mm,
Terrell Freeland Taylor. Also a class of 27, middle linebacker up at Baltimore Polytechnic.
mm. So look, I coached at Poly right from '06 to about 2013, man, and I'm gonna just say, man, even though I'm on the other side of the spectrum, I love coaching there, man. It was an honor to coach there, and I used to walk by that trophy case, and I know um, one of my fondest memories is looking at it's a football in there from 1901, and that just kind of like blew my mind, man. And I told somebody a long time ago. I said when I was there, and I used to stare at that trophy case, man. It was like the ghost of football, man. Almost used to like talk to me. Then I coached there with legendary coach T. Roger Wren, who's my mentor, who was at Patterson for like 40 years, and then he decided on his last 10 years to go over at Baltimore Polytechnic. So one of the coaches, I remember Coach Alex when he coached with us. He said he was out his way in like Aberdeen somewhere, and he had on his poly paraphernalia. And a guy, old guy, said what high school is that? and Coach Alex say, well, this is Baltimore Polytechnic High School. So the old man said, I graduated from there. He said, but let me tell you something. Never call it a high school. It's an institution. So he told him never call Poly in high school. Always call it an institution because it's not a high school. So that's just tips for you young guys, right? If someone, one of them OGs come and G check you and ask you if it's a high school, just tell them it's an institution because you don't want to get in
Mhm.
trouble. But yeah, Coach Bernard.
Yeah, but I got a couple questions I wanted to really start off with. Both of you guys can answer this question. What is it like playing for Poly, and what is it like to play for Coach Jamal Johnson? So, what is it like playing for the school and playing for him? I know this is y'all second year playing for him. So, what is it like?
I can start off. I think, well, just playing for Coach Johnson, like by himself, he's very like he's everything is like scheduled. It's a schedule that we follow. Everything is very structured, and he know how to adapt through that schedule. If something comes up, if it's something with the heat or something with the school, we know how to work through it. And just playing for Poly as itself, it's a culture. Like we got a lot of alumni coming up during the season, talking to us during the season every week, motivating us for the next game, especially during our rivalry week. We had about two or three alumni come and speak to us. Most of them played on the football team. It's a good culture. Like Poly lived through us. Like it's more than just football. Like we grown as men and we learning from the men that came before us.
Mm,
Jay, what you got?
mm,
Same
For
question,
me,
Jacob.
this was my first year playing with Poly. I transferred from Mount St. Joe, and like it's a different experience. It's like really like a brotherhood. Like it's more than just playing football. It's some teams it's just people playing with people, but it's really like you playing with family, and even the coaches we all connected, and like I don't know, it just helped us win at the end of the day.
So, what's the
mm.
difference between the Poly and Mount St. Joe? What's the big difference is? Both of them is prestige schools, but what's the difference?
The difference is probably the atmosphere. Like it feel way different playing at Poly than it did at Mount St. Joe. Like the feeling when you at that rivalry game, it's a different feeling. Like I never felt that before. It was crazy.
You
I
guys
mean,
said.
outside of the rivalry, right? Like at the academics, what's the academic rigor compared from Mount St. Joe to Baltimore Polytechnic?
So when I first came, I was thinking it was going to be a little bit easier because I was paying for education at Mount St. Joe instead of going to school for free. So I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit
Mm.
easier, but the workload is different. But I feel like I was able to handle it. I did pretty good with adjusting to it. So I don't know. I like it better. It gave me more of a challenge at Poly.
Yeah, because
I heard a couple people say that, and I was kind of surprised by that. But I heard a couple people. You ain't the first one I heard say that. I heard a couple people say, and I was amazed by that because I would think that they will be a little harder, but I guess it ain't so.
yeah, and that's the same thing Beefy said last week when he transferred from Boys Latin. And I remember asking him last year, like, how was the academics? And he was like, Coach said the academics at City is much harder than Boys Latin. And I was like, really, man? He was like, yeah, Coach, it's way harder. I was like, golly. But yeah, people would think because you paying for that education that, the academic rigor would be a little harder. But it's sadly mistaken because Baltimore Polytechnic and City College is ranked in the country academically. So, kudos to you guys kind of sticking with them, sticking, with your academics there because it's pretty tough, man. It's pretty tough. But,
Is it this question for both of y'all? Is it pressure playing at Poly? You think there's a lot of pressure
Um,
playing there compared to probably playing someone else, playing somewhere else?
I think so because just as a school, as we hold ourselves to a certain standard, especially like the football guys or the sports guys, we hold ourselves to a high standard. So I feel like not to say it's not pressure that we can't handle, but it is a lot of pressure we expect going to each week. We expect to improve. We expect to come out with a win. And when we don't, it's a little disappointing. But at the end of the day, we got the next week to build on top of it. So I'll never say it's too much pressure to handle, but it's definitely a pressure. It's definitely a little chip on our shoulder when we play.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm.
I feel like it's pressure because like us, like the football team, we held to a higher standard, and then outside of us is alumni that's like counting on us to win them games, and so it's definitely some pressure.
Yeah, the alumni ain't gonna allow you to. They don't take losing lightly around there. They don't really take it lightly, man. They pretty tough. I remember coaching there. We beat them four. We beat City College. I remember we beat them 4 years in a row. And my last year, I kind of moved up to the varsity offensive coordinator, and we had lost to him, and that started the streak with Baltimore City College kind of winning up until y'all got them or got us last year. Um, but true story, I took my jacket from the last year we won them. I took it to practice, and they was like, "Coach Sad, why you wearing that jacket up here?" And I just wanted to show them, like, look, this is the last year that we beat. I mean, they beat y'all. This was the last year, and I said, and I told them, look, you don't want this to be the part of them breaking the street, and to no avail because you guys came and you did a great job of kind of hanging in there up until late in the fourth, and then you guys got us. But all in all, it was a great game. It was one of the better games I've been around since I've been a part of that rivalry. But no, I can't say that because I forget what year it was. I think it was 2010 when I was coaching at Poly and City tried to go for it on 4th and 1, and we stopped them on 4th and 1, and we went down and scored and won the game. That was real tough. That was a real tough game, 2010. But so what do you guys think about the rivalry, uh, and how you think you're gonna fare this upcoming season? How you think you're gonna fare as a team, and up until the rivalry game, how you think you're gonna do?
I can start off. So like to first of all, well, throughout the season, our main focus is don't worry about that game until it's that time for that game. We like to take everything 1 week at a time. So through the season, we focus on them one by one. I think going into the season, I think we got a pretty strong team. We got a lot of pieces. We got a lot of new pieces. We about to put it all together and see what we come out with, and then rework from right there. But I feel good going throughout the season, and I'm definitely ready for that rivalry game. So I hate to say it to you, coach, but it's gonna be worse than what just happened. I ain't like the score this season or the season that just happened. I ain't like the score. I ain't like how close it was. I ain't like how it came down to the last drive in the fourth quarter. So we definitely try and change that this season. We don't want it to be a question of it's are we gonna win in the fourth quarter. We try and knock it out third quarter, make sure it's solidified in the third quarter so we can go home with the win.
I
That
hear
sounds
you.
good, Ralph. That sounds real
Yeah,
good, man. I'm with you
yeah,
on that.
Yes,
Gotta get them
sir.
on out there, man. Don't play around with them.
that's well
What you think, Jay?
articulated.
Uh, I'm ready for this season. I feel like last year we might have been missing a couple pieces, but this year we got the missing pieces. I feel like we're gonna be able to bring it together with the coaches. All that. I feel like it's all gonna work out smoothly, and I feel like week by week we just gonna show how much better we is than last year. And that rivalry game, we ready. We gonna win.
What position do you play, Jacob? You say you play O line. Where did you play on the O line?
I play left tackle.
You play left. Oh, you play the blind side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. What about you, Ralph?
Right now, I play middle linebacker, but I'm kind of like I'm an athlete. Like I can move around a lot in the defense. I can play where I need to be, but I really play middle linebacker.
Oh, so you the mic back.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh boy, we got a heavy load coming at you, baby. This year, you better buckle up, son. Buckle up, baby.
I didn't
Ooh-wee.
mess some of the guys out the backfield. I don't think they ain't nothing I
No,
can't
no,
handle.
they
Yeah,
not the
he
ones that's
definitely up
coming
there.
at you though. They not the ones that's coming though, Ralph. You know what I mean?
Oh, I
They
didn't
not
mess
the
some of
ones
the
that's
guys.
coming. But
I didn't mess some of them other
you're
guys too.
okay. All right,
Talking
we'll
about that
see
line
now.
coming. You talking about that
Huh?
line, Ralph? You talking about that
I didn't
line
mess
coming for you, Ralph?
I didn't mess some of them guys on the line. I ain't gonna say I got off easy, but I got off.
I
You
got you.
use that quickness, man. You use that quickness. I watched you this year, I think, in track and field, and I just was amazed how quicker you got just by watching you out there. So that's one of the other things that I wanted to ask. Uh, do y'all play multiple sports? I know, Rel, you do track and field in football. What about you, Jacob?
I played basketball.
You play basketball? Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your goal after leaving Poly? What y'all want to do though? I mean, what's the goal to where you got any a school in mind that you want to attend?
Right now I don't got no set school in mind, but I think like definitely like one of the like those power tens, those power fours, those big tens, those definitely some of my favorite schools. It would be a joy to go there. But like just leaving like after poly, I definitely want to go play ball at the collegiate level. And then if I can make it to the NFL, that's where I want to be at. But other than that, like if that don't work out, like I also want to come back and like support the kids, how like our coaches and mentors support us. So I definitely want to get into something like coaching or sports training where I can still be a part of the football scene, especially here in Baltimore, because we got such a great football scene down here that's usually overlooked sometimes.
Mm,
Really? Well, I
yeah.
asked last week. I asked the guy some city this question, and I'm gonna come back with it this week and ask y'all, what would y'all do this journey, uh, playing football, and what would y'all do different if you had to go back and change some things? Would you do anything different on this journey, or would you play it out the way it is?
If I could change one thing, I think I would focus on playing youth league. I played 1 year youth league, and I felt like it kind of held me back coming into high school because it's a whole new experience. I basically was learning from zero, but I feel like playing youth league definitely would have gave me like a little advantage over coming into high school because high school obviously a different level. But I feel like I just had some background knowledge to build on top of instead of coming from nothing.
Mm. So
Uh,
Jacob,
You think?
oh, okay, my bad.
No. Go ahead, say it.
No, Jacob, he got to answer that question.
What you got, Jacob? If you had to change some things in this journey, what would you change, or you just keep it the same? You rock with it.
I would definitely be in the weight room way more and probably stick with football because in middle school I had stopped playing football like throughout all middle school and it kind of like I don't know I felt like it restarted me from what I was. I feel like it would have definitely like improved me more if I stuck with it throughout middle school.
Okay, that's all right. But let's speak this for Jacob. But Coach JJ played for me, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell this story. I'm gonna tell this story. He might be embarrassed, but he might be looking. But I'm gonna tell this story. Right? He wasn't doing good academically, and his mother was going to take him off the team, and she came up there and met with me in the parking lot. It was me, her, and him, and she looked like she was about to knock his head off. And I told her, I said, please, I said, don't kill him. I said, let me handle it, mom. We'll get it right. We'll get it right. And Coach JJ was looking like he was scared to death, right? But
Mm.
Coach JJ wound up getting it right, and he been under my wing ever since. Don't go back and tell him I said that. He might. but I know he
Say
probably looking right.
his
But
mother still like that.
yeah, his mother don't play around. Coach JJ mom don't play. She tough. But
Mm,
he started coaching with me afterwards, and so I'm kind of mentoring him. He's like a mentee of mine, and I love him to death, man. He's like a little brother to me. So I'm quite sure everything he's teaching you, I know because you play offensive line, he's kind of probably echoing the same thing from when he was under my tutelage. So, but it was great playing against him last year, even though he got me, and he'll never let me live it down. That he got me. You know what I mean? So he he don't let me live it down. So I'll be with him actually tomorrow. We going to work the camps together. So uh he'll be talking about it this weekend. He'll never let me live it down. But
mm,
you know, the rivalry, man, is like it's the third oldest rivalry in the country. It's the first oldest public school rivalry in the country. So when it comes to public schools, it's the oldest. But when it comes to high schools in a totality, it's the third oldest. So it's older than Army Navy game actually. So it's a lot. So your name be going down in the record books, right? Win, lose, or draw. You in the archives. Win, lose, or draw. But you know, it's a great deal. But we're gonna get into this next segment. This segment is called the Canary in the Coal Mine. It's kind of similar to the elephant in the room, so to speak. So we're gonna come back with that question, and then we'll end it after that. Canary in the Coal Mine. So if you guys was presented uh to leave um Baltimore Polytechnic to go play for another school in the same district in Baltimore, um, if somebody came to you and said, we want you to leave and we want you to play based on playing time because you felt as though you didn't pay your dues and they want you to come and play for them. So in other words, if you being poached by another team, right? What's your thought processes on leaving Baltimore Polytechnic to play for another team? What would your thought process be?
Uh, this happened to me before. Like you got a lot of friends that go to different schools. I got some guys up Calvert Hall. I got some guys over Miss Jaden told me come over. I couldn't force myself to switch up on Poly. I've been here. I've been there all my high school years. I'm already going to my senior year. It's just like, and I think the culture is just so different that when you speak to people about other schools like Carver Hall, yeah, they got the turkey bowl and stuff like that, but it's just like that atmosphere, that culture at Poly, I don't think it could be replaced by no other school, and especially experiencing that, I don't think I could find myself anywhere else and feel comfortable or feel like it's greater than what I feel at Poly.
Mm, Jake?
So coming from a different school, it's like I don't know. This play it really probably really feel like a home. So I don't feel like I could leave to go to another school. I feel like that's really like a stab in the back. Like that's betrayal. I couldn't do that. Like they really like I call them my brothers, and I don't think I can leave.
Yeah. So the reason why I say that because it burns me that we get a lot of these high schools in this town that are kind of poach kids from other schools without even contacting the head coach, right? So you might get teams that come play for us and come play. But the thing about it is, academically, when you're talking Poly and City, and I'm not, you know, discrediting any other high school, but I'm just saying academically, them high schools are kind of superior than in some of these other high schools. And I think that education will take you a long way, right? So when the college recruiters come and they ask you, or they inquiring about you coming to their college, they don't ask you what the team record is. Like they're not gonna say to you, "Well, what was your record last year?" They don't even give a shit whether or not you beat City last, right? Or whether you know what's the record in policy. They don't care, right? Because they want you, right? So what I'm saying in a nutshell is, you know, be loyal to your school, right? Be loyal to your school. Don't take for granted the education, and don't be poached by any other school. And because you want to leave, because you won't understand the importance of the Baltimore Polytechnic education until you get my age, right? And I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind and just don't get poached, Coach Bernard.
Um, yeah, I just had a question for him, for both guys. How did you feel when we won the game last year? What was your feeling? What was when we won that game last year? Both of y'all can answer that because I'm not a graduate of Poly, man, but it's probably one of my greatest feeling as a coach. And I've been around a while coaching different teams and stuff like that. And it probably was one of the greatest feelings I felt because I know the work that we put in and how important it was for us to break that streak. So it was like one of the best feelings that I ever had. So, but what was y'all feeling though? Real?
Uh,
You heard me?
Ralph froze. Go ahead, Jacob.
my feeling when we won the game, I don't know. It was like probably like one of the happiest times ever. Like I feel like they brought me in to help them win, and I feel like I was accomplished in doing my role. I played my part really well that game, and I don't know, but I feel like this season is gonna be like even better. Like we're gonna go even farther than that and just winning the rivalry game.
Real still froze? You
Oh,
hear me? You hear
yeah,
me?
no, I'm good. I'm good. No, but I think like I keep saying it, but the culture, like looking at the stats and saying all your classmates, all the people that's about to graduate before you, all them alumni, watching them all come back. You make a big play, you hear that side of the stadium screaming, like it's really a surreal feeling. And then to win that game, you open your phone, you open up social media, and it's jumping. You got people text you saying congrats, like you did great. Like it's just really a great feeling, and it's something to brag about. Like we live off this rivalry. Like we got a whole spirit fair, a whole like pep rally before. Like it's really something to live off. You live off that hype, and then we definitely took that hype into the next week and going into playoffs. So it's like a booster for us. Like that win, like it boosted us up. Now we ready for next week. We ready to take care of business. Do what we gotta do.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, man, I want to thank you guys for coming on, man, and I wish you luck next year, except when y'all play us. But good luck for next year, man, and stay up on your academics, man, and you know, uh, yeah, man, just do what you gotta do academically to stay eligible, because I know it's tough, and I just want to congratulate you guys on your win last year, and keep up the good work, Coach
Yes,
Bernard.
sir. Thank you. Appreciate y'all for
My
having
my
us.
my my final question is: what advice would you have for some people, some players that may be interested in attending Poly next year when y'all leave? And what advice would you have for them, or to try to get them to come to Poly? What advice would you have for them?
If I had to tell them something, I would say do not be scared by the academics part. Because once it seems threatening once you first get here, but once you get used to it, it becomes normal. It becomes like you grow into it. And also, like if you iffy about the football side, just come to one of our spring workouts. We got open workouts during the spring or during the summer. Come to a workout or two. Come for like a week. Come see how we work, how it feel like, what it look like, and then you can make your mind up about how if you want to come to Poly or not.
Okay.
You gotta be ready to work because you're not just an athlete. You gotta be a student too. You held the high standards at the school, so you just gotta be ready. Don't be nervous. You gotta make sure you asking questions on the field and off the field, so you're able to succeed. So if you're working, all the other stuff just gonna come naturally.
Mm. So you was at Mount St. Joe, Jacob. You know my son, Jabari.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my son, man. But yeah, man. So good luck, man. Good luck for next year, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
thank you.
Not against us, but good luck. So that'll conclude what's this, episode 6 for Talking Big Uglies, and we'll be back next week. Um we don't know who yet, but that'll be determined soon. We'll keep everybody posted, but we'll be back next week, same time, 9 o'clock, live, and that'll conclude this week. Have a good day.
Peace out.